So, it seems like Savannah Guthrie, the mainstream media, have blinders on and act so ignorant as if they haven't heard Trump disavow those idiot white supremacists. It seems like if you're going to be journalists, you're supposed to know this, but they see nothing, hear nothing, speak nothing when it comes to Joe Biden disavowing Antifa and Black Lives Matter burning down black neighborhoods. So we're going to hold them accountable, and you're going to see just how many times Trump has disavowed white supremacists in this video, proving once again the mainstream media are liars. So come on, America, let's get it. My firearms protect me. I am confident in my skill to use them. And because of that, I can protect my children. I wish every American understood why protecting our God-given, constitutionally protected Second Amendment is so critical. Vote Republican in November 2020 for candidates who will support my right to lawfully protect my family. When good men like me are around, we create the safe space. Okay. Like everybody else, I looked at Savannah Guthrie and this so-called town hall, which was more of an inquisition with Trump. And she just kept being mad and asking, have you ever denied white supremacy? Will you ever deny white supremacy? But guess what? Trump done denied white supremacy so many times, we're actually going to take a count on how many times. So let's go. Let's just start the video and let's count it for ourselves.
When you say the party is self-destructing, what do you see as the biggest problem with the Reform Party right now?
Well, you've got David Duke just joined, a bigot, a racist, a problem. I mean, this is not exactly the people you want in your party.
I'm not looking Would you repudiate David Duke?
Sure. David Duke and robocalls are out again, the white supremacist movement supporting you. Do you have any words for that?
Well, I disavow. I didn't even know he endorsed me. David Duke endorsed me? Okay. All right. I disavow, okay?
And I don't mind disavowing anybody, and I disavowed David Duke, and I disavowed him the day before at a major news conference.
Okay, so that was 5 times, but I think Trump has put down white supremacy a few more times, so let's take a look at that.
Are you prepared right now to make a clear and unequivocal statement renouncing the support of all white supremacists?
Of course I am. Of course I am. David Duke is a bad person who I disavowed on numerous occasions over the years.
What are your views on the Ku Klux Klan and white supremacists?
I totally disavow the Ku Klux Klan. I totally disavow David Duke. I've been doing it now for 2 weeks. You're probably about the 18th person that's asked me the question.
Paul Ryan this week said, quote, if a person wants to be the nominee of the Republican Party, there can be no evasion and no games. They must reject any group or cause that is built on bigotry. He was talking about you.
But I've rejected. How many times do I have to reject? I've rejected David Duke. I've rejected the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. From the time I'm 5 years old, I rejected them.
David Duke announced his Senate candidacy, claiming your agenda for his own, or essentially saying, glad that you spoke out.
Are you ready before you ask the question?
Newt Gingrich said every Republican should repudiate this guy no matter what it takes.
And I do. Are you ready?
Would you support a Democrat over David Duke if that was what was necessary to defeat him?
I guess depending on who the Democrat, but the answer would be yes.
Okay, that's 10 times he has put down white supremacy and disavowed it. But I think Trump got some more in him. So let's take a look.
Do you want white supremacists to vote for you?
No, I don't at all. Not at all. And I will tell you, this is not about hate. This is about love. We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides. Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans. And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. In one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. These sinister ideologies must be defeated. Hate has no place in America. He spoke out forcefully against hatred, bigotry, and violence, and strongly condemned the neo-Nazis, the white supremacists, and the KKK.
But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
willing to do that.
specifically?
I've always denounced any form of any of that. You have to denounce.
I have to say, I've said it many times, and let me be clear again. I condemn the KKK. I condemn all white supremacists. I condemn the Proud Boys. I don't know much about the Proud Boys, almost nothing, but I condemn that.
Oh man, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 times he has disavowed white supremacy. So where have you been, Savannah Guthrie? Where your head been buried at? Where has the mainstream media been? Because they keep on pushing out this lie and keep asking him to disavow white supremacy. But Trump was right. Not one time has the mainstream media, including Savannah Guthrie and all these folks, have they ever asked Joe Biden to deny Antifa. And let me ask you a question, okay? Because guess what? It is not the idiotic white supremacists burning down black neighborhoods. It's not. It's Antifa sitting here, a bunch of rich, wealthy, privileged, young white kids burning down black neighborhoods, screaming Black Lives Matter. It is crazy. As some of these black business owners, as some of these black people whose houses was destroyed, who have been intimidated, and they are attacking them and beating them and causing all kind of violence and threatening them. Ask these black people who are fleeing these black neighborhoods because it is simply unsafe. You got the dope boys shooting at them, and then you got Antifa and BLM coming in and just burning everything down. But not one time has the media asked Joe Biden, do you denounce Antifa? Do you denounce not the movement or the saying Black Lives Matter, but do you denounce the organization Black Lives Matter, who has openly said they want to destroy the black nuclear family and remove the black father out of the family? Do you agree with that? Do you agree that God should be removed? Do you agree that families in the black community should be destroyed by Black Lives Matter? Ask Joe Biden that. But of course, they won't, and that's why I just did. So, let's be honest here. Let's be real, and let's talk about the truth. The feelings that the media try to move forward with, trying to sit here and push black people and anybody else that would listen to them to go and do violence, guess what? That is wrong. Anyone that's pushing you to destroy your own community does not have your best interest at mind. You need to ask them, what is your agenda? You don't even live here. Why are you coming in buses and burning down our businesses, burning down our neighborhoods, intimidating people, and running business owners and people who actually put money in the community, you running them out. And do you honestly think these people are going to rebuild those communities? No, they're going to burn them down and then they're gone. And then the investors who have just wasted a ton of money and lost all kind of money, and insurance claims isn't covering these businesses. Now those small businesses who were loving the community enough to set roots in the community to try to build and grow the infrastructure of the community, now they're gone and they're not coming back. Because what sense does it make to sit here and go in and try to build in a community you love when infiltrators come into the community and some within the community destroy you over social unrest, and you can't recoup what you've lost because you're already struggling because of the woohoo virus? Man, we need to understand what this is. So let's put this to bed. Trump has denounced white supremacy. Trump has done that over and over and over again. Let's hold the media accountable. Let's hold Joe Biden and Kamala Harris accountable. How come you cannot disavow Antifa? This message was paid for by God, Guns, and Life PAC, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.godgunslife.com. Contributions to God, Guns, and Life PAC are not tax deductible as charitable contributions. Thank you so much for your support.